Welcome back to Run Edinburgh. Join me today on my 50k training run for the Great Glen 42 in 2 weeks' time. Weather forecast for today was to be very warm, 25 degrees, and in the last day, 24 hours, it's changed, temperatures dropped, and we've got the hard down at the moment. So it's actually quite cold. Not cold, cool, nice temperatures, but not great for the video and seeing some nice sights along the route. We're going to do St Andrews to first stop is Guard Bridge, then Lookers, then along Tentsmuir National Park, I think it's called. These are all new places to me, so I'm super excited. Then we go up to Newport, or is it Tayport? Sorry, it's Tayport. Up to the Tay Bridge, we're crossing that, and into the Dundee Law, up that, down that, then along the coast, Dundee coast, to Broughty Ferry, Money Feath, and then back, finishing at my mum's, where she's going to get me my tea, a chippy tea. So let's go. So pace aims today are not that important, but I'm going to try and go by no slower than a 15-minute mile, and aiming for around, when I'm running, 11 to 12 minutes per mile. That'll mean it'll be about 6 hours on feet. Aiming to finish in Broughty Ferry at around 5 PM. So a lot of preparations go into these runs when you're doing them solo. Everything you need is in the pack. I got the bus to St Andrews, it took like an hour and a half. So all is sitting about waiting. And then you have to make sure you do your dynamic stretching and that before some running, because you've been sitting for so long. But everything feels good. You know, just settling in. These super long runs, 50k or even marathons, are always like really nerve-wracking before, but I usually chill out after the first 3 miles. So we're 2 miles in and still on the slog on the cycle path up to Guard Bridge. I think it's like 2 or 3 miles there. So yeah, I'll give you an update on my fuel strategy. It's the usual I do. 10 scoops of tailwind for 5 hours of running as a base. 1.5 litres of water. A couple of bags of crisps. Various Trek bars. I've got like Stokes protein bars. Banana malt loaf. I've got a vegan sausage roll. And the plan is to get lunch at the creperie at Tentsmuir, because I've done some research. So hopefully it's open, fingers crossed. If I knew there was going to be this much road running, I would have wore road shoes. Went for the Hocus Speed Go 6s. But at least I know I'm not going to get blisters with these, because they were brilliant during the ultra. So I don't know. So first 5 miles, it's all been on road, and we're following the Fife Coastal Path all the way to Tayport. But the majority of this isn't really along the coast, believe it or not. So I wanted to do these last 2 sections, or the last couple of sections of the Fife Coastal Path, because if I do this to Tayport, that means I've done the entire Fife Coastal Path route apart from the first and the last. The first from Kirkcardine, and on the other end is, I think, the Newborough. It's just those last 2 sections I would never have done. So I'm pretty chuffed after that. But so far the route's been really boring. First 5 miles, all on the roads. approaching lookers. I'm hoping this har blows off, because there's not going to be much to show you apart from me talking and waffling on. Ooh, that's nice, somebody getting married today. If you don't know, I'm also a wedding photographer, so yeah, go and check out www.gavindugan.com. I've reached the lookers. All these fences around. It's like a scene from a film, like a zombie apocalypse. Imagine living with these big horrible fences right into your front garden. Like you're trying to keep something out. Anyway, had my first malfunction already. My headphones died after 5 miles, but they've just came back to life, so they're cheap crap. And they're working again, but who knows for how long. Holding the camera quite close to my face because I can feel the wind, and I know you can't hear that properly. And I looked into getting some proper microphones, a microphone for the camera, and it does it. Not only is it expensive, but it juts out the side of the camera. So when I'm running, I can't just quickly record and put the hood back over the camera. I have to stop and take it all apart. So yeah, I apologise for poor audio as I've had in the past due to wind noise, but you know, it's really handy, the setup I have just now for when you're on the move. I can quickly shoot and put the camera away. So yeah, so 6 miles in, and got the route on my map, on my watch, so I'm not going to get lost. Just past that wedding car again that you saw. Just passing some castle. There must have been a wedding on there today. Yeah, so the last 2 weeks I've done practically no running. Last weekend I did the 7 Hills Edinburgh race, which went really well. Hopefully you've seen that video. Yeah, didn't do any run this week. All lots of cycling, long distance cycling, and just some yoga, just preparation. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. It feels okay so far, but legs are not feeling super strong. So I'm feeling I'm going to be destroyed after this. But it is what it is. I've been very busy with work and family life all week, so you can only fit in what you can. And it was actually sad to hear that Jack, who I ran the Ockles Ultra with, is pulling out, which is a shame because I thought we were going to run most of it together. But you know, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to be doing it mostly on my own, unless I can make some new running pals on the day. This way. This is actually perfect weather. I kind of want it to stay like this, but I kind of want nice sunny and views where I can actually see the horizon. I think it's blowing off, but this is much better than 25 degrees in the heat, because I would stop blowing it, just take it as it is. Lovely. Finally onto some trails. Man, this is a lonely road. So approaching Tentsmuir car park, and we're going to have lunch there and hopefully have a chance to freshen up. So we tighten the shoes up, check my pack, use the facilities if I need, add some sun cream, and obviously get some lunch, some decent hot food hopefully. And then we're pushing on to the beach section, because I did some research and the Fife Coastal Path from Tensmuir is through the woods, and there's nothing to see for like 3 miles. So if the tide's out, weather's good as it is, I'm going to go along the beach. Could be a disaster, famous last words, but I want to enjoy the scenes around me and not just having to trudge through the woods. Like this bit's a bit of a trudge through the woods. Apparently this is the Fife Coastal Path, but none of this is on the coast. I'm guessing it's too rocky or whatever to be called to go along that bit, but this is nice, but a bit of a slog, but I'm looking forward to getting some lunch. Lots of wildlife around here. Beautiful. Just after me moaning about not being on the coastal path, this is actually, with all these pine cones and that on the ground, it's like running on carpet. So it's arrived in Tensmuir. Yes, lunchtime. Check this out. Switching the camera off to eat this. Wow. So good. 10 out of 10. So we're just leaving Tensmuir and look at the Har. The Har's come down again, can't see a thing. I was just about to put some sun cream on, it's pretty much pointless. It's quite chilly out here actually now. But I went to the Salt and Pine Creperie, 10 out of 10, it's delicious, 2 kgs, but you know, it was busy. Lost about half an hour of my day waiting for that. But we're coming off the Fife Coastal Path to run along the beach. I'm just going onto the beach to see what it's like. Probably end up turning back. But I was hoping for some nice views. We can't see a thing. So up the sand dunes, a can of Coke. Oh my god. Right, so we opted to go along the Fife Coastal Path instead of the beach because the Har is so thick in the wind. I'd rather not do the last 20 miles of this run having getting blasted for 3 miles in sand, and my shoes would be full of sand as well, so, and you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. So back on the Fife Coastal Path, slightly regretting stopping for so long. I think it was like half an hour, an extra hour added onto the time, waiting on that food, and then fly in the eye, and then the detour out onto the beach and back again. So anyway, we're 12 miles in, and I'm not even going to tell you the remaining distance because I don't want to know. Only 5k to Tayport along this path in the woods, and I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling it a bit. I think it was a mistake sitting down. Sat down, had that crepe, things like kind of stiffen up. The minute I stood up, I felt my hip a bit, and then I've got kind of crampy shoulders, probably dehydration. But yeah, kind of regretting it. I wish I'd just ate my snacks in my bag, and I would have been like an hour ahead, but I was determined to get that crepe and it was damn good. Maybe in this bit everybody complained about the views and not being able to see, so they cut all the trees down, because I think this used to be the woods and it's all been cut down, and we're approaching the Tay, and I can almost see over the water to my mum's in Broughty Ferry, but we have to go all the way past Tayport over the bridge and another 15 to 18 miles to go. If you see me pointing, is Broughty Ferry Castle, Broughty Ferry, which is our finishing point on the other side of the water, but we're only halfway. So this is where the run, the challenge really begins. And it looks like the sun's coming out. Oh joys. A nice wee bit. Right on the edge, don't fall over the edge, Gavin. Ooh. I'm in Tayport now, and we're going to grab some water here, and then it's a push to the Tay Bridge, which will be interesting to cross. Yeah. Legs are feeling quite heavy. That's not really a surprise. Starting to lose a lot of time here. Last mile split was 15:49, but I did stop and take some photos. So I'm trying to keep my mile splits under 15 minutes the whole way. And I managed up until now. We're approaching about 17 or 18 miles, there's still a long way to go. It's going to be an absolute slog when I get to the Tay Bridge. Oh, I need to get myself a new pack because the water out of these bladders tastes plasticky and horrendous. Dying on some fresh water. We're going to get some probably in Dundee at this rate, but yeah, what does everyone else use? Because I can never find a bladder on the hydration vests that don't make the water taste absolutely brutal. But it's a needs must at the moment, because I don't have any other water. Getting a wee second wind on the go here, we burst. So one important thing to do is keep an eye on your form over a long distance. I find after a while you start slumping forward and crashing into your joints, and you've got to try and keep upright, keep springy, you know, bounce, use the legs, use the feet, even if it hurts. Because I'm starting to do that just now, and I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm of running for the first time in about an hour. So yeah, it's really easy just to hunch over, forget about your running form, and then you start cramping up. Sore shoulders, legs, hips start cramping up. Doesn't matter about your cadence. Nice short steps, as long as you're running, it's better than walking. Right, gone off track a bit, so need to find my way. Five Coastal Path. It says Five Coastal Path this way, but my route has gone off. This look this is good for me. No idea where my guide is taking me. I think it was expecting me to be running along the beach or something. You can see the Tay Bridge in the distance. And then it's plain sailing from there, but a long sail. Onto the Tay Bridge. Nice. Officially in Dundee. Battery's running out. My batteries are running out. V&A straight ahead. Just ran over that. We need a water stop. And then we're heading up the Law Hill. 10 miles to go. Let's do this. Check this out. Manus Galleries, Dundee. Very nice. Doing alright still. Now we're on the first proper climb. That's 22 miles, the first proper climb up the Law Hill. Dundee Law. We're going up the street, Constitution Street. Getting tough now. I'm not going to lie, it's getting tough. This is steep. It's a steepie. Almost at the top. Oh yeah, and if you didn't notice, it started raining. Yay! Well, I can't complain. We're climbing up the Dundee Law. I thought it was going to be an absolutely scorcher of a day. I would have died because I'm struggling on this. And it's a perfect temperature with a nice cool breeze. And now raining. So yeah, final 8-9 miles. Back up here, back down along the coast. And I was going to go to Monifeith. I think with so many wrong turns on this I won't need to go that far. But we'll see. Made it. Dundee Law. We ran from there. Here is a view of the Tay from the Dundee Law. Woo! Time to go back down. I'm going down the road. Right, time for a soggy sausage roll. A vegan one, so it didn't go bad in the sun.
5 minutes later.
Right guys, there's a development. So, not long after that, eating that sausage roll, I had the worst stomach cramps. Just a massive cramp. And luckily, I was just passing the public toilets. And yeah, it wasn't pretty. I feel okay now, but damn, that was lucky. The crepe, eating that crepe, which was delicious, was not a good idea. Because, ooh, lost a bit of time there. But we are just walking for a wee bit to get myself back to normal. We're heading back down to Dundee and along the coast of Broughty Ferry, finishing at my mum's. Where we're going to have to go to Monifeith to get up to the 50k distance, but I think with all these detours I'm not going to have to. So yeah, let's push on. Let's get this done. ETA is about 6 p.m. now. It was supposed to be 5, but I've lost an hour with all the faffing, stopping, and the usual stuff that happens on these long runs. It's been a mission, it's been an adventure. Let's get it done. Oof, coming up on a marathon distance in about 5 hours 40 minutes. Oh look, here comes the train. That's the train I would have been on if I wasn't crazy and I ran all the way here. That's the train I'll be getting back tomorrow. So, update. Feeling alright stamina wise, like that's the thing. But my legs are really heavy, not got much running left. It's intervals of walking and running. And it seems to be like that after like 20-25 miles all the time for me, because I've just not got the mileage. I need to do more runs, I need to do more gym work. So I think I've learned a lot on this run for sure. For the next 2 weeks I'm going to cut out the bike focus more on strength training, etc., gym stuff. Get those legs stronger, because I just don't have the core strength to run for 6, 7, 8 hours continually. I just end up walking the second half, which isn't fun. So yeah, this is the slog to the end. The weather's dreich, but temperature's perfect, and apart from that, everything's good. I've not got any niggles, I've not got any blisters or rubbing, shoes have been absolutely perfect. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a slog, and mostly on roads. This has been about 80% road running. I probably could have done this in road shoes, but my feet would have got mashed up. But yeah, just passing the big, can't remember what you call them, the cranes that dig for the oil out of the North Sea in Dundee. So we're leaving Dundee just now, and we'll be in Broughty Ferry in the next mile. So that's, yeah, 26 miles, 5 to go. My legs are cooked, absolutely cooked. They're good for walking, and that's about it at the moment. Yeah, we're aiming for 31 miles today, that's 50k, no less and no more. So the minute I hit 30 miles, I'm making a beeline up to my mum's, which is probably about a mile from the shoreline, and then that's it. So come on, let's push on. I want to finish by 6. Let's go! Broughty Ferry looms in the distance, and I am burst. Got to go all the way along there to the castle and round. I can't believe that I've ran all the way from St Andrews along that coast on the other side of the water, and now I'm on the other side. It's been hard, but it's like, once you get take a second to take it in, it's like, wow, it feels like such an achievement. Even if I'm slow as hell, I'm still getting it done. Yeah, but like, comparing myself to before the Ochil Ultra, I don't feel as fit. The Great Glen is only 42 miles, and apparently, looking at the GPX file, it's only 39 miles the race. I did 51 in the hills, the Ochil Hills, and only the last 5 miles were the struggle. The fitness I'm at just now, I feel like I would be struggling with 20 miles to go. This year just don't feel as fit. Not getting enough sleep, not getting enough training in. But look, we arrive at Broughty Ferry. One mile to go. 1 mile to go. It's not been pretty. I'm hobbling it in. We're done. We've done it. 50k. We're almost at my mum's. Woo! We just crossed 31 miles. I'm just going to try and run as much to the end. Got another maybe 400 meters to go, or a bit further than that, another kilometer, something. Yeah, it's been a tough day out. Great Glen, 42 in 2 weeks, and it's going to be hard because I don't feel trained for it. But yeah, we're going to get it done, but it might be messy because my legs are fucking feeling it just now. Ooh, but yeah, thanks for watching. We'll end the video there. I'm off to get a chippy hopefully, and some beers, and a decent night's sleep. So yeah, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you. The next vlog is the Great Glen, so tune in for that. See you there. Yes. Hey.